Hey guys, welcome back to Buy Low Acres. Today I'm out with the excavator, Forestry Mulcher, and we're tackling this. This is gonna be fun. Look at all the rock. And that's why I brought the excavator, because the goal here is I'm on the hook to clear this whole hillside here, and we're getting out all the underbrush, woody material, things like that. So I think this is gonna be fun, rough, and a lot of risk. So let's get to it. So it may be a little louder in the cab than normal because my back glass is still broken out. I called a couple glass companies to come replace it for me, and nobody wants to seem to show up. It's an interesting world we live in where somebody will answer their phone and say they're gonna come and then they don't. But whatever. So I got 4 days out here on this project. There's a lot more to do than just this area I showed you. I just thought this was kind of interesting with all this rock, because I get a lot of questions on here of why I run carbides and not knives, and you see why. Now I do have knives on this excavator, but you can see it doesn't get into the ground too much, as long as I'm careful. And earlier when I said there's a lot of risk here, it's risk of damaging equipment, getting into rock, tearing up teeth. So I'm gonna do my best not to do that. That is my goal. So I get a lot of questions, guys, on here about business and pricing, and as far as pricing and mulching, it's hard to give my numbers to somebody that may be working somewhere else than me, because look at the conditions I'm working in here. This is so hard on equipment. Like when I'm up tracking through all these rocks and things, it's hard on my tracks. Like I go through tracks on my machines every probably 500 hours or less, just because of the amount of rock that I'm just constantly on top of. It's wild. So that's why I don't want to mislead anybody with my numbers. It's not that it's a secret, because I will share it, because guys, I'm $2.50 an hour to mulch. Where you're at, it may be more, it may be less. I don't know. That's a good number for me. So I am thinking about upping my rates a little bit though, because I'm so busy, and there's a really good demand for this kind of work. And I just feel like I mean, look at the amount of maintenance I got to do to keep up with all this equipment. I'm always going through teeth and tracks, and it's a challenge. Let's work our way over here. If you're thinking about getting into this YouTube thing or filming your work or anything like that, I like these DJI cameras. This is a DJI 6. You can Bluetooth it to your phone. You've probably seen my screen, so I can see, check this out. I can see what the video is going to look like. Because in this line of work, the camera likes to flop around on you, and half the time you'll be recording and you won't even know that the camera's messed up. So YouTube's been great. I love this. I love the support that you guys give me on here. So positive, so motivating, and that's what life's about. Is if I can give back and help somebody out, maybe entertain you watching me grind up some trees, learn a little something from me, then I've done my job. But I've been doing these YouTube lives lately, and I'll typically jump on a live when I'm out on a job like this, so it'll be randomly throughout the day. Last night I did my first planned scheduled live at the house, like a question and answer type format, and it went great. Like, really great conversation. I answered a lot of questions. It was a good time. So what I'm going to do is every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Central here in the United States, I'm going to go live as long as my daughters don't have softball games. We'll plan on every Wednesday at 7 going live on YouTube, and we can link up and connect and answer any questions. You guys can help me out. One thing I do want to say about this project here, guys, is this customer has several hundred acres here. I'm covering a lot of ground. This is going to be the slowest going here, but my goal is to not mulch everything up in fine little pieces. So the goal is to get all this stuff cut and on the ground. So that's the expectation that you're going to see in this video, is just kind of getting as much down as I can, and covering ground is the goal. Like, I could spend a lot more time mulching the ground here, but I'm not. Anyway, so yeah, that YouTube live was great. Let's plan on that. Like I said, I'll help you guys out as much as I can. It's just a good way to actually just sit and talk. And last night when we was on that live, we were talking a lot about business and stuff, but somebody was asking me about bidding software, CRM, stuff like that. They asked me what I used. I use Jobber. You guys know that by now. But I was kind of talking about the things I liked about Jobber, and one of my favorite things, guys, is the way it brings all my leads into one area. And I was telling everybody on the live last night about that, about how if you go to my website or our Facebook and you click on Contact Me, it takes you to a Jobber, takes you to the Jobber software, and I'll get a notification on my phone as soon as I get a request, like a bid request. And while I was on the live last night, somebody on there tested me. Like, we was on a live and I got a bid request from them. It was a test, obviously, it wasn't a real bid, but just proving. I was on the live, popped up, new request from Andrew on Jobber. It's sweet, guys. Like, you know, in our line of work, speed is king. Like, you got to be fast, because the competition is hard in this line of work. So if you can respond to your leads like right away, that's your best chance of success in this line of work. And Jobber helps me with that. Getting on top of, there we go. Ah, come on now. It's like a fishing pole. Look at that. We'll come back to it. Yeah, I highly recommend Jobber, guys. It's been great. It allows me to focus on my work. All my leads come through one spot. Like, I'll be sitting here, a little pop down will come up, Jobber, new lead request, and I can get on there and I can call them right from the app, message them from the app, invoice, send my estimates, everything right through the app, one place. It's great. If you want to try out Jobber, they have a 14-day free trial. There's a link in the description. Go click on it, guys. Try it out. I think you're gonna like it. It's great for busy dudes that, like, you know how it is. Our mind is in a million different places all the time. If we can streamline one thing, that would be it. So check it out, guys. Let me try to, let's see, which way do we want to go here? Let's head up the hill. This is what I'm talking about, like tracking up and over all this rock and in the rock. It's so hard on my tracks. So I try to do minimal turning when I'm on the rock. And I got that exhaust stack right by my head back there. It's kind of annoying. This is gonna be a fun one. That's why I said it's gonna be rough. I love it though. I'm up for the challenge. This customer here is great. So one bit of advice I can give you guys on drumming up work, and this is exactly how I got this customer. I was out forestry mulching about 6 months ago, and one of the neighbors was out watching me, and I'm always approachable. Like, if I see anybody watching me, or you can usually tell if somebody wants to talk to you, but like the neighbor was out standing watching me work, so I shut down my machine, went over and talked to him. I said, "Hey sir, my name's Ron." Well, Ron, you get what I'm saying. I said, "I'm just over here, we just making small talk." Well, that was an introduction, guys. He didn't hire me, but this is his brother-in-law. He took my card, and here I am. It's all about meeting people. So that's a way to get leads, guys, is always be approachable. Like getting fuel at a gas station, you're in your wrap truck, be approachable, compliment people. Something as simple as saying, "Man, that's a nice truck," or just find a way to compliment somebody, and that makes people open up to you and get to know you. And I've got so much work that way. There's always you can always find something good to say in any situation. But I've gotten so much work just from small talk at gas stations, getting fuel. And having that wrapped truck helps a ton. I'm telling you guys, spend a few $1,000s and get your trucks wrapped. I still got to build that building pad to house for my hoop barn. We've had nothing but rain lately, and I haven't had time to do anything because I'm always out working for my customers. So this weekend's Memorial Day weekend. As long as we don't get any rain, I'm gonna get that pad done because I want to get my equipment under cover. This is my favorite thing to do. If I could mulch all day, every day, this is what I would do. I may start pivoting my marketing for this. But one more little thing that I'd like to talk to you guys about is I have a lot of friends in the industry, and we help each other out. Like, we're not all about secrets. We talk business, stuff like that. One of my buddies, he's big into mulching. He sent me a message and he asked me how's business been and how are the leads been going, and I told him how it's going for me because I got plenty of work, guys, and we're going to get into that as why. But he's like, "Man," he goes, "I'm getting nervous. The leads have slowed down and I don't have much work." And he does primarily mulching. Like, that is what his business focuses on, right? And I think the reason why I stay so busy is I'm diversified. Like, I do a lot of different things, from grading driveways to dirt work to drainage to forestry mulching to brush hogging. Pretty much anything you can do with a mini and a skid steer, I'm willing to do. So I think diversifying yourself, not backing yourself into a corner saying, "I just mulch." I think that's why I stay so busy, because the mulching leads are slow right now. I don't have a lot of mulching work. I got this job, I got 4 days out here, and then like 3 more mulching jobs, and that's it. Actually, no, I got 4. So really good jobs, but see what I'm saying? Like, if you have the skills and you can diversify, don't back yourself into a corner. That's what I'm getting at. Now, that being said, I've learned a lot of lessons. Me being booked out till November as of right now, I do have some jobs on the books that I'm not too excited about, that I probably shouldn't have taken, because me being booked out so far, not a lot of people want to wait for forestry mulching. So I've missed out on a lot of good jobs, the fact that I am booked out. So I think from now on, what I'm going to do, when I get booked out, I'm only going to get booked out several months on the things I want to do, driveways and forestry mulching, and then I'll use the things that I'm not too crazy about, like drainage jobs, gutter downspout drains. I'm just going to only use those if I get to a point where I need the work. I'm always learning, guys. I'm figuring this out, because right now I got a few jobs like burying some gutter downspout drains. It's filling up my schedule, and I'm not out mulching, so you get what I'm saying. I'm not gonna see, this area here is not too rocky, so I don't think I'm not gonna go this way anymore with the excavator, because the skid steer is so much faster. So I know I may get a little bit of hard time on here, because a lot of guys will come on here and they won't watch or listen to the whole context of these videos, but this is what my customer wants. So I am leaving behind debris. I'm getting it on the ground so it'll die. They burn this hillside every year, so he just wants it on the ground. So just remember that, guys. Give me a hard time, I'm cool with it, but realize I have a good excuse. And these areas that are kind of open, I can come back through and spot clean up with the excavator as well. I'm not worried about these bigger tree, like the saplings. I'm just looking at this invasive stuff and the underbrush. So that was gross. That's exactly what I don't want to do. Looks like I'm okay though. I just spun that around. I may throw the grinder on this thing here before too long, put an edge back on these. it's actually a couple days later, and it is Memorial Day, but we've got rain in the forecast this week, so I have to get while the getting's good. And my goal today is to get all the forestry mulching with the excavator done today, and then, like I said, we'll be back with the skid steer. But I did bring some cardboard with me because the bugs coming in the cab and the sun beating down on my neck and the exhaust right by my head was wearing me down the other day, so that's at least a buffer. The cool part about these John Deeres, these cabs are extremely sealed on this. If I don't crack that window whenever I slam this door, it just blows my window out. The tape won't hold up, so the cabs are good and sealed on these machines at least. But let's get to it. I'm gonna start working my way up this way and then over. Alright guys, I am done with the excavator for now. I got everything done that I wanted to here in this really rocky area. Everything's on the ground. I still got a lot more cleaning up to do, as you can see, but I'm trying to work in the most efficient manner as I can for my customer here. So tomorrow I'll be back with the skid steer and mulcher. I'm going to leave the excavator and mulcher here. That way it's available. But you guys know, if you've ran well, you even seen me running that. A skid steer and mulcher is probably 3 or 4 times faster than an excavator. The excavator has its place, but the skid steer is way more efficient. So what I'm getting at is I'm going to do most of the cleaning up with the skid steer. Like you can see this area here I skipped because it's wide open. I can get it with the skid steer. It'll be a lot quicker. So that is the plan. I'm done for the day. Next video tomorrow for me. We'll start working our way all the way around through here. There's some rocks over there. I'll hit that on the way out, but that is it. What a stressful job. This is probably the most stressful mulching job I've had. Like, I got in the rocks maybe 4 or 5 times, and that is the worst when you see freaking white mist coming out of your mulcher. But the mulcher is fine. Teeth are a little dull now. I'll put an edge on them here before I use it again, but that is all I got, guys. Tomorrow, like I said, we'll be back out here with skid steer. We're gonna get some stuff done, so I'm gonna head to the house. I'll see you guys on the next one.